Okay. So, the story that is basically being told in this show is more or less the story of my life. I mean, you can marvel at me, you can marvel at Marvel, you know, you can marvel at other people's creation, but the thing is, if I wouldn't come here to do these things, you know, I wouldn't have done them and you wouldn't be able to see them, which brings you back to the feeling of taking care of yourself, taking care of your own needs. This is video number 7, and the only reason I'm saying this so that I can remember, you know, where I'm at. And that's important. So when you wake up and you feel shit, like really shit, and this is how I wake up most mornings, because there's only me to give myself stability, you know, and whether I believe in God or not, you know, in the end, I'm kind of supporting myself. But not only, of course, but most people, they're so fucked up, you know, I cannot rely on them. You know, and people could never rely on me because I was too unstable. So I had to learn to find balance, which is why I can do these things. Jump, you know, I've slacklined. I walked a lot barefoot, you know. Start doing these things and you will realize that things are going to change. And yeah, it's going to be a drag. It's going to be painful. It's going to be uncomfortable. And you're going to be spilling stuff out of your system. Like stuff is coming out of like nostrils, you know. When I do HP, it's like bleh. At the moment, I don't want to do that. You know, it's just all these emotions, all these anger, it's bubbling out of me. You know, I've like, you know, like the volcano. I poured water onto it. Anybody who's seen The Rings of Power, which is a really great show to look for truth, in my opinion, understanding good and evil, I really liked that show. So don't listen to other people's opinions too much. You know, you can listen to me for some time, but eventually you have to also let go of me. And, you know, maybe by chance, we may meet each other once. And then I'm going to tell you, stop looking up to me. Because I'm just the collection of my choices, and so are you. There's no reason why you should be looking up to me. Because I'm not looking down on you. You know, I've said it before, it's like we're on the same level. I'm just maybe at a different platform. It's not higher or lower, and maybe it is higher, but it's not better or worse. Because, you know, it's just different. And that's just the concept that you have to work with. You know, it's that balancing act within your mind to shift from that's good, that's bad, you know, that's evil, that's good, that's dark, that's light. Because when I try to be overly good, because I think there's something wrong with me, because that's what a lot of people try to, you know, impose on me. You know, they try to give me their shit. So they try to give me the feeling that something is wrong with me. It's like, you know, sometimes people tell me, you know, it's not a secret. I've been living with my family when I was recording this still. And so sometimes they say to me, they go on holiday. And then I start to smile and I say, oh, that's nice. And then, why are you smiling, they say. And this, well, because, you know, it's not a secret. I mean, it's kind of forced on me. You know, I'm forcing myself to be with my parents. But I really want to be alone, right? Not alone, but I want to have my own place. I want to be somewhere else. And sometimes they take it personal. They think, you know, I'm happy they're gone. But it's true, I'm happy they're gone. But I also acknowledge it's not my place. So when they are gone for a while, you know, I really appreciate it. And I try to use the time to relax a bit. Because when other people are around, it's always a bit tense, right? Because I don't know who to take care of, me or them, right? Should I go and spend time in my room spreading happiness to the world? Or should I spend time with my parents? And it's the middle path. And the more I try to live my parents' life, the less I live my life. The more I try to live anybody's life. So I cannot live my wife's life because I have to live my own life. And because as a man, you are the first to walk into the darkness. You carry the light there, and your wife follows with 2 children that she needs to nourish and take care of. So because your wife needs to feed your child, you have to take care of your wife. And if you're not ready for that, you have to start working on this. You have to learn to balance. You have to learn to stay focused. To stay focused, that means you have to be conscious of what's going on. You have to be conscious of your emotions. You have to be conscious of your fear, because as long as you are aware of them, you know, they cannot kick you in the balls and make you like scream at your wife when your children are like running around and you say, "Why don't you keep them quiet," right? Well, why don't you do it? Because maybe if you would have taken the time to love your wife more, she could have used that love to nourish her children. Because some men, they think, you know, the wife has to take care of the children, you know. I can't do anything, they say. Yes, you could love your wife a bit more. But a lot of men, as soon as they come home, you know, they don't want to do anything. So what do? They keep working and they just leave it to the women. No, but the man has to take care of the wife. But so many men are such pussies that they expect the wife to take care of them, and of the children, and of themselves. And then a lot of women, they start getting like angry, or they say, "I don't want it anymore." So the men really have to man up, because a man's job is to love his wife and do his job. Be a father. Give stability. You know, you don't have to be a clown. That's how I see it. So, you know, you just have to learn to do something about this. And I can't tell you what that is. All I can say is that there are things that have to be said. And I already showed you some exercises today, right? And basically what, you know, get out of the house. Do something. If you have a car and you live in a city, make an effort to get into nature. You know, even if you don't have a car, I don't know, ask other people if they want to join you, but, you know, maybe take better the bus or something. You know, go on a holiday somewhere, maybe, I don't know, when you're in Germany, go to the Bavarian forest, rent a hut. No internet. You just go hiking for 1 week and you see what's going to change in you. Go there alone or with your partner. Usually I'd say rather go alone. You know, you just rent a hut through Airbnb somewhere in a forest area and you just go hiking for 2 weeks. Every day you force yourself, you know, you don't have to go to South Africa. You just rent a hut somewhere and then you see what's going to happen, and you see how nature is going to make you strong. You know, practice walking barefoot. Just be careful in winter. You know, I have had like frozen toes, and that was quite painful for a while. So always pay attention when you go barefoot in the snow. I can tell you from experience it works, but always make sure to keep your toes moving and keep watching them. If your toes start to get white, there's no circulation. So you have to start pumping blood through your toes. So every step, you know, with every step I touch the ground, I do like this. when it's really cold, right? So I keep looking, are my feet still red? When they're red, it's a good sign, circulation is going. You know, concern yourself with Wim Hof. If that interests you, try taking cold showers. You know, I don't always do that because sometimes, like today, I just need a warm shower. Usually I do warm and then cold. Right? There are so many things to do against the depression. Sometimes we need to really like whip ourselves. But sometimes, for example, I leave the house and I wear shoes and then I take them off like today. So I get that like exercise, but you know, I don't want to do it in that city park because dogs are shitting everywhere. There's all kinds of people and they would all try to talk to me about it. Oh, you're barefoot, that's supposed to be really healthy. These people have no interest in trying it themselves. That's my experience. They just want to talk to you because you seem maybe a bit happy. And today I don't have the energy to give to anybody. And that's why, you know, I rather do this because this is ultimately going to feed me, right? And that's just how it is. So, I feel like I want to keep going. I think I'm gonna drink a bit, go a bit further. You know, volume is like pumped up. Christopher-Reusch.com, you know the drill.